Welcome back to episode 267 of the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast. My name is Josh. I'm here with Papa Louie. I'm here with Phil.
It's your friendly neighborhood hockey-loving goofballs. Welcome to the Gong Show.
We need a drum line. I want to have a Gong Show drum line. Wouldn't that be sweet?
Do we need a
Just
gong? Wouldn't that make most sense?
Fair point. Yeah. Hi, Phil. Funny, I haven't seen you. Last 20
so
minutes.
much of you today.
Yeah. Hi, Baba Louie. How are you, buddy?
Great. How are you boys? Tired, I bet.
Yeah.
Tired from having fun. I feel like one of those. I feel like one of those people. It's like, oh, I'm exhausted from being in Jamaica for a week.
I'll be honest though. I bet you Josh is more tired. Opening, I don't think you'd get as tired, but just watching and going through the whole grilling case, I bet you it's kind of like,
yeah, I hear you.
Well, if you didn't tune in, Phil and I spent 4 hours today opening a case of 2024-25 O-Pee-Chee live on the Gong Show YouTube channel. It was a lot of fun. It was very exhausting. Phil made me work the whole time. He got to have fun. I had to list eBay cards on eBay so that he could sell them. Now, Louie, you got to hear the funniest part. The whole day, we're about 5 minutes before the show goes live.
Oh,
okay.
And Phil, the plan is right. While Phil hits big card, I list them on Phil's eBay. And I'm like, well, first we're like, I was going to list them on my eBay, but then he has to ship you'd sell them in the US, ship from Canada. That would be no bueno for eBay's rules. And so Phil's like, well, I'll just send you my login. And he was going to tell me it. And he's like, no, I'll just send it to you in the chat. And the StreamYard has a private chat.
Oh,
he
yeah. He
doesn't send it in the private chat. He comments it publicly, his username and password to eBay.
Whoops.
I don't know if I'm supposed to laugh or not.
Well, it's a cry laugh for
I'm
me.
not even done, Louis. I'm not even done.
Oh.
To get better, you know how like in StreamYard, you can comment to YouTube or there's a comment all that goes to every single streaming platform we go to. Guess which one you think Phil put his eBay username and password to?
All of them.
All streaming platforms. All social media.
Full panic mode. Yeah. I'm like, Josh, get it off. Get it off.
And the problem was I was laughing so hard I couldn't move. And then Phil's getting mad at me because I wasn't deleting the comments.
Useless.
But I almost peed my pants. So yeah, that was funny. And then I don't know if you saw, but we hit a number of bounty codes.
Yeah.
And you sell those right away. You get like $100.
Yeah, we did.
We worth like a nickel next
week.
We
entrepreneured the day.
Oh yeah, we won.
Yeah.
We only lost $1,400, so that's good.
Making it back slowly, scraping back. Yeah.
Well, so like, with people that are they're paying the big money for the bounty codes because with a lot of these bounty awards, there's like first come, first serve. There's like 5 top awards, 100 top awards, whatever it might be. And you got to get them in right away. So when you put them up on eBay, people buy them and they don't want you to send the card. They want you to scratch the code, give them the code so they can enter it in right away.
Yeah.
So we do that, right? And about 4 times over the next hour, Phil shows the codes right on live camera.
You told me to scratch them.
Off camera. I heard it. I was listening.
Yeah.
Well,
that was fun, though. We had a lot of fun.
We're not starting a breaking company anytime soon. Right? Now I think we know the real reason Grant didn't show up in Quebec City. He was like, oh, the weather's too bad, Phil. He couldn't have me break his card. You crazy?
Oh, yeah. Speaking of like not breaking, about 5 times during this whole thing, Phil would randomly say, oh, here's a pack I forgot about.
Yeah, I found. Yeah. I only found 1 pack cleaning up too. That's pretty good for me.
Oh, really? So we didn't open a case?
We opened a full case minus 1 pack.
Minus 1 pack. Oh, that's so us. I love that. It's a big content week for us here at the Gong Show. Maybe a lot of new content, especially on our YouTube channel. We have the 2 podcasts, of course. This show will be live on Thursday. The Friday Nights of Phil coming up. We'll talk about that in a minute. We did a top 5 video the other day. We did our O-Pee-Chee case break. If you want to go back and watch, it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And
pick apart.
On what?
Anyway.
On what?
Telling Phil? You're okay.
Telling Phil to get his butt back in his chair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Phil peas and all that good stuff.
I
You
got a
need
weak
lot.
bladder, man. What do you want from me? It dribbles sometimes. My son, a fire hose in the morning, drives me crazy. Little jerk.
You can so you can watch the replay video on our YouTube as well. And then Phil did a recap of the February Ottawa card show. And then I think on Friday we're gonna debut his recap of the Quebec City Expo. So lots of stuff going on.
The Quebec City one's fun, yeah, because it wasn't that it didn't have a bumping vibe. There was never a peak of traffic, and I'm sure other people have different metrics, but I didn't feel so. I had to improvise a little bit, so I got a little silly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so Friday night? You want to give a little preview? What's going on Friday nights with Phil?
Is it actually going to be on Friday?
Yes, this week it's going to be on Friday. Yeah, date night is Thursday night this week, and no card shows that I have to drive to and scare the crap out of my, I don't know, whatever I get to scared the crap out of a bad snowstorm. So Friday, we're having a best friend of the show, Neil, Irish Flyers Philadelphia collector, 76.
Yeah.
Is that it? I don't know. So Neil's coming on. Neil. Also known as Expo Mom. So they'll be there. I have a couple. I have two guests, but I have another guest. I just don't know which one I want it to be because both are a little maybe. So I might go a third guest and confirm. But either way, we got Neil. It's going to be great. We're going to open O-Pee-Chee cardboard. I forgot. I'm going to go buy another box, and out of the box cards in Ottawa is going to donate another box for the good listener, and I'll mail that out probably next week to the winner. So it'll be fun. Come hang out Friday night.
Weird.
So you just blew right by date night. What's going on with date night? Give us the lowdown.
I don't know. Not much. Probably just go out for dinner. She has teenagers. I have a teenager and a 20-year-old. So yeah, we just want to go out and spend some time together. I'm really enjoying the sweet part of this, getting to really know her. I like it, man.
Nice.
It's different. Yeah, it's good.
Is she going to hold your hand? What does she think you're hearing?
I love holding hands. I've realized I used to laugh at people like in the grocery store holding hands. I mean, if you're like 60 plus, I guess it's cute. But I don't know. I'm 40. I'm not getting younger. So I like holding hands. Yeah, I grabbed her hand the other day and I really liked it. I was a fan.
Do you guys put each other's hand in each other's the back of like jean pocket while you're walking?
No, I don't like butt stuff. No.
Okay. Well, okay. There's a few steps between that and butt stuff.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. One step at a time, all right? Or one step at a time.
Speaking of that, we got to give a quick update on hockeychecklist.com. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of it. How could you not? We only mention it every 2 sentences. So the site's speed improvements are underway. Should be completed by the end of this week. I've been told that it should make a big difference. So I'm crossing our fingers there. And if not, we'll just keep plugging away. Well, there we go, Louis, with your loading. It, of course, is very important that the site is lickety-split fast. That's what the kids say, right, Louis? Lickety-split? That's what
Make
the kids
sure
say?
you send a stern email if it isn't.
Maybe they maybe.
Oh, I did this morning. I kind of went off.
Yeah. That's what makes my country turn right now. Stern emails.
In the meantime, we've been adding a few checklists for already released products. We just got the checklist in for Series 2, so we'll be working on that. Also added 2024 25 artifacts, 23 24 SP Authentic with Bedard Future Watch Autos. A couple oldies but goodies. 1952 Parkhurst and 1954 Tops. So there's about 28, 29 checklists on the site already. Pretty good for a month. But if you haven't checked it out already, go to hockeychecklist.com and let us know what you think. GP Sports, if you have not experienced one of their breaks that you definitely have to. Grant, of course, from GP is a collector through and through. Always curates awesome breaks. I love the mixers, I think, the most that he does. So on Wednesday, he did a mega mixer that had 2 years of the Cup, Premier, multiple years Black Diamond, couple years of Stature, couple years of SP Authentic, a number of clear cut boxes, and then 2K of his GP buybacks cards. Those are the ones you like too, right, Phil? The big mega mixers that he does.
Yeah, love them. Yesterday he had 150 clear cut release again. They're great, man. He
nice.
You have the benefit of him knowing how much he enjoys collecting cards, and he's bringing that experience to you. He knows what the customer wants, and I'm a moderator in the chat now. So,
oh really?
Yeah,
why?
I know.
Why?
I found out today. I found out yesterday. Sorry, yeah, it was great.
Oh, wow.
I got a little wrench beside my name. It's amazing.
So what do you get to do then?
I get to put that wrench right in the wheelhouse of GP Sports.
Nice. Okay.
I'm kidding.
Well,
I guess I'm a bit of a turd in there, but I have fun. It's fun. Yeah.
Well, if you're light on cash for the week and you can't join a break, it is fun to watch too. And you can hang out with Phil in the chat too. So gpssports.com, gpssportscards.com is the place to get your spots. I was gonna say is the spot to get your spots. Get it? Is the spot to get your spots? I think that's alliteration. Anyone pay attention in high school English here? No? Okay. Well,
High
and it
school
never
English.
miss Grant's bi-weekly breaks there on Wednesday and Friday nights on the GP Sports Cards YouTube channel. Last thing before we get started with this Gong Show is a reminder that our show, the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast, is a Patreon podcast for as little as $5 US a month. You can support our show and helps us cover show expenses, continue to produce more, and we hope to be better hockey card content, fun initiatives like make our checklist site faster to grow the hockey hobby. You can be one of our first 299 supporters, forever hold that title. It's very easy to support us. However you do it, though, we strongly recommend not going through Apple, as they have a bunk 30%, just we want to take most of your money that they add on to it. So it becomes more expensive, and you end up giving Apple a whole bunch of money, and Apple has enough money, believe me. So if you want to support us, we'd recommend going to on a PC or your Android phone. Go to our website, hockeycardsgongshow.com, click on the Become a Patron link at the top of the page, or just go to Patreon directly, patreon.com, search for Hockey Cards Gong Show. If you want to look in our description of our episode and YouTube and podcast apps, there's a link there, and then our Instagram and TikTok profile, there's a link there too. Louis, you ready with the game plan?
I am ready with today's game plan. So first off, it's get to know your Hall of Famers. Then it's a hobby deep dive sets edition. Then we'll go into some hobby news. And then making sense of tributes, retros, or whatever we call them now. Then we got a new little gig called Hobby Freestyle. After that, it's a 24-25 O-Pee-Chee instant reactions. Then it's the Fanatics Collect Weekly hockey preview and personal pickups.
Thank you, buddy. We are continuing our Get to Know Your Hall of Famer series with the second Hall of Fame player we're going to profile from the 1958 class. It's where we take a few minutes on each episode of this show to learn about every single Hockey Hall of Fame player, starting at the very first class in 1945 and are working our way to present day. For each player, we cover a little bit about their life, their hockey exploits, and then the lowdown on their hobby markets. Any questions, Phil? Okay, good. Today, the Hall of Famer that I have chosen is a good old Irish lad, Paddy Moran. Hi, Paddy Moran. Paddy Moran?
Paddy Moran?
Paddy Moran? Paddy Moran?
I wouldn't. I don't think he'd want to be called a moron.
Moran? I don't know. I don't even know if he's Irish, but we'll find out. So Paddy Moran was born in Quebec City in 1877. Did you stop by his old house last week, Phil, when you were in Quebec City?
No, I could have, though. I
could've.
totally would have if I knew, yeah.
Lived to 88 years old, passing away in 1966, so a nice lifelong lived there. Paddy was a goaltender, 5'11", 180 pounds. We haven't got to profile many tendies yet. This is kind of fun. Started playing hockey at 15 years old. Played high-level hockey for 16 seasons from 1901 to 1917, and 15 of those 16 were spent playing for the Quebec Bulldogs. Now, he did play with the Haileybury Comets during one season in 1910-11. Paddy was a two-time Stanley Cup champion with the Bulldogs in 1912-1913. He was a stand-up goaltender and was considered big size-wise for the time.
5'11"?
I guess. By the end of his career in 1917, Paddy was able to build a house with the proceeds that he made while playing, or he earned while as a hockey player. So that's kind of cool. One of the first, I guess, financial success stories in hockey.
I like he was a stand-up goaltender. Goaltenders were stand-up until the 80s.
Yeah, I think you're a stand-up producer.
I think.
Thanks, buddy.
Wait. Hold on. I can't find my mouse.
You're too slow.
So cute.
I know.
It's too slow. How do they do it like perfect all the time? Oh, they edit it, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose. It's so much fun building his own house with the money made from hockey. He would later go on to become a custom home builder and had a very long career doing that after hockey. All right, Paddy Moran was known for his aggressive defense of the area in front of the net. He would use his stick to routinely slash opponents that were within reach.
Yeah.
Aggressive in slashing people as opposing player side. Honestly, like, he was trying to like take their heads off. Like he would not just slash low; he would whack that stick pretty high.
McSorley them, yeah.
Not cool. Right
Now,
behind the knee.
This is kind of gross, but probably effective. Paddy also often chewed tobacco while on the ice and would spit the tobacco juice at opponents that were in front of the net as well.
That's assault, brother.
Yeah.
That I would drop him. I would drop. I wouldn't even think. That'd be one of those moments I would be reacting, not responding. I would be a low value man, but you'd be done, buddy. Or I would try anyways.
He wore oversized sweaters while playing as well and claimed that they just helped keep him warm in cold arenas. But he would often leave them unbuttoned and open in an attempt to catch more pucks. So trying to skirt the rules a little bit there.
Good for him.
Now, Paddy was a pioneer of the modern goaltending style. Playing from the early 1900s through 1917, Moran was among the first goalies to utilize a crouching stance and active positioning, influencing the evolution of goaltending techniques. Paddy played a significant role in advocating for goaltenders to be allowed to drop to the ice to make saves, which was initially against the rules. This change ultimately revolutionized the position. So, kind of a trailblazer.
I guess I never knew that. I never knew that rule, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I don't guess. I didn't know it.
All right, looking at his hobby market, his rookie card is in the 1910 C56 set. What's kind of funny about this, though, is remember, if you go back, he played 15 of his 16 years for the Quebec Bulldogs and only 1 year for the Haley-Bailey Comets. Well, it just happened that 1 year coincided with how they made the very first hockey set. So his rookie is in the Haley-Bailey Comets sweater.
Nice.
Card number 28 in the 1910 set. The highest selling copy is a PSA 3 picture that's a woefully off-centered. Holy cow. Sold for $2,000 US in September of 2022. For the next year, so he has 3 playing cards, all in the first 3 hockey sets. The 1911 C55 set, now he's back in the Bulldogs sweater. The PSA 7 pictured on YouTube is the highest seller to date, sold for $4,560 US in January of 2022. PSA 7 is pretty tough. I mean, that's a good grade, eh, for an older card? Good grade. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Okay.
And then to round out the tobacco era sets, there's also a Paddy Moran in the 1912 C57.
Okay, listen, it's Paddy Moran. I would bet money on it. That name is.
I know. I'm just joking.
Okay.
Paddy Moran. Paddy Moran.
That's killing me.
Paddy Moran.
He could have family listening. You don't know.
I know. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'll stop. In the 1912 C57 set, this PSA 4 is a high selling copy, sold for $830 US at the end of January in actually the Slab Sharks auction. This looks like one of those. Oh, who's the
bad guy in Death Warrant with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah, that's like Jesse James, like a train robber back in the early.
Yeah, I agree. But if I had to be specific, the bad guy in Death Warrant, the movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme, looks like this guy. Yeah, look it up.
Look it up.
So those are his 3 plain days cards, and that, guys, is your Hockey Hall of Famer, Paddy Moran.
Very nice.
What do you think?
Oh, he might be the bad guy in Cobra, and it's Moran. Yeah,
Moran.
Movies mixed up.
Paddy Moran.
Paddy Moran.
Paddy Moran.
The Irish accent's tough to do, I think. Oh, they're always trying to take me Lucky Charms.
Right there. You go right to the Lucky Charms. Always, Bill. We're going to roll on into Hobby Deep Dive Sets Edition. We're going to do something. Well, we did something a little different this week. A touch special for Hobby Deep Dive series. Looking at sets that come only from O-Pee-Chee in honor of O-Pee-Chee release week. So Hobby Deep Dive sets is where we come up with 4 interesting and, I don't know, maybe even iconic sets for you, the hockey hobby, to choose from. We throw up our sturdy hobby poll on Instagram. There she is. Then we let you choose a set for us to deep dive. In this case, again, it's one of 4 O-Pee-Chee sets. So here are the options for this week's poll.
This is terrible.
Really?
What, the options? Josh picks them.
I know. Well, what do you think people were going to pick out of those 4? Come on.
He does it on purpose, man. He put O-Pee-Chee Chrome all the time with
this was baited. This was baited.
How
he's a trickster. He's a trickster.
Question my integrity when it comes to our hobby poll, our most beloved hobby poll.
I mean, what's a deckled edge Easter egg? Come on.
That's Phil's new favorite card. Okay, so it's 2016 Glo-Pee-Chee. Yes, it is.
I don't think so.
Talk?
I like the Diamond Premier, O-Pee-Chee Premier Diamond.
Okay, you let me know when I can continue the show.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
2016 Glo-Pee-Chee, 2023 3D Marquee Rookie, 2012 Deckled Edge Easter Egg. I don't know. Maybe if you watched the Ottawa show and saw Phil get really excited to pick up his Sidney Crosby, that's what it is, bro.
Keep going. What's the 4th option?
The 2014 3D Easter Egg. All very cool O-Pee-Chee sets. Now the votes are in.
Yeah.
They've been tabulated, and we take this very, very seriously. Tabulated and accredited by the accounting firm Matthews, Heatley, Pinto and Sons. And here are the results. In a landslide.
Oh,
whoa! Imagine that.
Well, listen, the 3D marquee is pretty awesome. Obviously, it's not going to be Glo-Pee-Chee, you know.
And are you going to poop on your deckle edge? I put that just for you.
Louis was making fun of it.
Okay.
I was just saying, as a whole, you're a bit of a trickster. That's all. That's all I was saying. In this, I think you did great.
So Glo-Pee-Chee got 61%, followed by 2023 3D Marquee Rookie 15%. Phil's most loved 2012 Deckled Edge Easter Eggs 14%, and then a very slept on set. I don't think a lot of people know about this, but it is amazing and very spendy. I would look it up. 2014 3D Easter Eggs. I stumbled into one a few years ago, and that's the only reason why I know about it. But it's awesome. They're an awesome set. Phil's going to show us the whole thing. I have 9 of each. I've collected 12 sets the day it came out. We know how this goes.
How many O-Pee-Chee Premier Diamond cards do you think I have? So we 2 hours we finished breaking.
Put a pin in that.
Okay.
I want to ask you all about that later.
Right.
Okay, well, that makes this week's Hobby Deep Dive Sets Edition 2016-17 Glo-Pee-Chee. I, of course, am very happy. Louis thinks it's a sham, but that's okay. Let's get right into it. The 2016-17 Glo-Pee-Chee was an Easter egg in that year's O-Pee-Chee hockey set. By Easter egg, we, of course, mean that the set was unannounced and no pack odds have ever been provided by the folks at Upper Deck. For an Easter egg, the checklist is actually kind of big. You know, typically there's not this many cards on it, but there's 30 players on the 2016 Glo-Pee-Chee checklist. Here's the biggest names. There's Connor McDavid, young boy in this photo.
I guess he is, yeah. Yeah, he looks young. 10 years. 10 years.
Yeah. Then the next one is Bobby Orr. Ever hear of him, Phil? Bobby Orr? Ever hear of him?
I didn't know Bobby Orr was in the Glo-Pee-Chee. Oh,
Yeah,
forget it. It's unattainable.
Nathan McKinnon, Sidney Crosby,
Oh, sorry.
Pavel Bure, Johnny Toes, Jonathan Taves, Alexander Ovechkin. One of my, I love this.
What a card, eh? Wow. Dale Hunter era. Yeah.
Joe Thornton, Henrik Lundqvist, and of course Wayne Gretzky. Now I had to be a noob and a boob and put my picture of my Wayne.
Would you crack that out for Pete's sake? So silly. It honestly, if you had to pick one card on planet Earth that not to slab, it'd probably be a card that glows.
Well, it worked. Did you catch the part where we both ran to our bathrooms on the live stream?
Yeah. I forgot we did that. Yeah, make sure, you know what? Do check the live. We'll stamp. I was thinking of a couple of things there. We'll timestamp the part where Josh and I run like giddy schoolgirls to the toilet, the darkness, the bathroom.
And why we did that? Well, Phil did it with it. We pulled the Glo-Pee-Chee out of the new 2024-25 O-Pee-Chee, and then we checked mine as well because per the name, the cards do glow in the dark when they're exposed to light. Now on my card, yep, there's the new one. On my card, the yellow background behind Wayne here is the part that mainly glows from the very first set. A couple other things about these cards, they are very condition sensitive. They're black bordered all the way around, so any sort of flaw is going to be, you're not going to hide that like maybe you do in a white bordered card. And then there's rare unannounced inserts, and then there's Glo-Pee-Chees. Now, here's some of course, the pack odds are unannounced. Upper Deck has never come out and said what the print runs are, but here's a little bit of context that gives you an idea after 9 years being out, how rare these are. So, you look at only 7 total copies of any Glo-Pee-Chee have ever been graded by PSA. 7
of what? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Now, Mike Gretzky is the only PSA graded Wayne Gretzky.
That's why you don't want to break it.
You're so fancy. There are 0 PSA 10s. There's 1 PSA 9. It's an Nathan McKinnon. Now you think, well, okay, O-Pee-Chee or PSA wasn't as big back when these came out. Only 5 total Glo-Pee-Chees have ever been graded by Beckett. One of them, though, Phil, is a Bobby Orr that did get a BGS 9.5 grade. Now, when you look at Card Ladder sales history, which does go back over the span of all 9 years, I can only find 60 total sales of any 2016 Glo-Pee-Chee card. And remember, there's 30 cards in the checklist. So on average, now this isn't a math show, but can anyone do the math? You have 60 total sales, 30 total cards. How many average sales per card would that be? Nobody?
50%.
Yeah, well,
4.5.
2. Each card is sold on average twice. Thank God you guys are hockey podcasters. That's all I got to say. Okay. What else? Okay.
What is happening?
So I have this Gretzky. Oh, just a little personal story. So when I bought this from Jeremy Lee at the expo, and he had and I was a little bit new to this was a couple years ago, to the whole Glo-Pee-Chee vibe. I wasn't a Glo-Pee-Cheer, Glo-Pee-Chee pet. I don't know. And he had the Ovi too. And he's like, do you want the Ovi as well? And I didn't buy it. How dumb
did you get the Gretzky for?
I don't even remember.
I do.
You do?
Yeah, I remember what you paid.
Really? What did I pay? Because I don't know. $500?
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a lot. I thought it was more than 500. Now I'm nervous to say it.
Well, what did you think I paid?
I thought you paid 800.
Maybe 800 Canadian, maybe.
So yes, you paid 800 Canadian.
Okay,
because I got my Wayne for 500, and I didn't say anything for months. And you were like, "Why didn't you tell me you got one?" I was like, I didn't want to show it. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like,
did you get it at the same expo?
I got it in the last 10 minutes. The very same expo, with Hasselhoff. We were in the small area, and there was a guy set up in the corner. I'm like, "Where did you come from?" He's like, "Oh, I got here late yesterday, and I don't know, I just set up quick." And he had this card, and he said 500. I said, "Would you do 4?" He goes, "Not a chance." Yeah, he wouldn't budge. I was like, "All right, I'll pay you." And I already knew you got the 8. You already got the Gretzky, but I mean, it's slabbed, right? Like, there's a premium on it because it's graded by PSA.
Highest grade.
Blah, blah, yeah, and the grade 8 is a good grade for that card. So we both paid, I think, fair market value.
Oh, yeah. I don't care if I paid. Listen. The fact that there's 2 of them at one expo is nuts. Yeah.
You got a steal. I think we both got a big steal.
Have you seen a Gretzky since?
I
haven't either.
Not online and not in person. And you and I scored. Eskimo brothers. Yeah.
There we go. So, yeah, I was dominated by the Ovechkin, and that's probably my biggest non-purchase regret, like card that I let slip away sort of deal. Louis, are you as into the are just Phil and I smitten kittens about Glo-Pee-Chee?
that's
Do you not get it or
No,
where-
I absolutely love these ones now that I have something to compare it to.
Oh,
I thought you didn't
okay.
like them, Louis.
Oh no, I like
You
them.
called me a 4-year-old one. Like I was like, you bastard.
like cards that glow in the dark?
Duly taken, you know.
Can we have real talk though, Phil, for a second? Like,
Yeah, buddy, what's up?
I need you to come clean.
Let's do it.
How many of these do you have? Like really? Like not like what
I have like 3. I have 3.
total or of each player?
No, total. 3 cards in my home glow in the dark.
Including the one you got today?
Well, now 4.
No.
Okay. So see, caught you in your first lie.
Go back. Get your grubby mitts off my stuff. Get out of here. I'm giving you a free who did we get? Dylan Larkin?
Now when you say 3,
Cutter
does
Coach,
that mean like 7? Is that the game we're playing here? Or
I'm not fibbing to you. I'm telling you the truth. I only have
Okay.
3 Glo-Pee-Chees from 2015.
And he's still
Who
trying
are
to
they?
get the Crosby because he's got Wayne, Ovechkin, and McDavid.
I'm not comfortable revealing that information at this present juncture.
I just did.
You have McDavid, huh?
Listen, did I not call you last week and say, Josh, my life savings has dipped below the number that makes me feel comfortable. So I've been heavily irresponsible, having a lot of fun. I'm enjoying life, and it's time to make a little bit more money this summer. So anyway,
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna finish off looking at the top 5 highest selling Glo-Pee-Chee cards to date, along with each's respective top sale. Remember, guys, everybody. Any sale made by eBay in their 3-year look back window has been verified as paid for in Terabik. We ready? Louis, you look scared. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Number 5 is a Pavel Bure Raw that sold for $313 this past December by eBay. I stared at this card for months, and it just felt I just didn't like the
Too much white.
the lower right and upper left corner.
Oh,
And
yeah.
part of me wonders if these cards are so rare, you should just buy any one.
Right.
And
I would.
yeah, you probably did. Was this your sale, Phil?
No,
Somebody spent $313 in just December on eBay. That was the most recent sale.
Yeah, I'm
4
looking at my Wayne one. It's not. It's almost like this Bure. It's got 2 white corners. It's not in the best
Oh, really?
shape. Yeah.
Number 4 is an Ovechkin Peg 7.5. I wonder if this is Jeremy's. It sold for $353 US in November of 2023.
Yeah,
I wonder if somebody bought it, took it
so
to tag.
good. So good in that. It looks awesome in that slab, though.
That should be my card, but I'm
No slab.
No slab.
I bet that was Jeremy doing that one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Number 3 is a Sidney Crosby Raw, sold for $368 US via eBay of February of 2023. That looks like a nice copy too.
Would you trade? I would trade Ovechkin for a Crosby for a Glo-Pee-Chee. Hypothetically, just saying, throwing that out there in the ether.
Okay.
All right.
Number 2 is a Wayne Gretzky Raw, sold for $481 in April of 2022.
Oof.
A little bit off-centered.
I like mine. So would you take this, Josh? Would you take a perfect surface, edges, and corner, but off-center like this? Or would you take the one you have?
The centering's too bad on this one for me.
Yeah, exactly. I can't do bad centering on any card.
And then the number 1 sale, this card, this could be a 10. I mean, look at this card. It's off-centered top to bottom. Pretty bad, but it's a Connor McDavid Raw, sold for $499 US in April of 2022. You're not going to find a nicer condition Glo-Pee-Chee than this.
Top off center. It's kind of like a frame on the wall. It's a little higher to the ceiling. Okay, if that's fine.
Is yours that bad?
No, mine's great.
See, told you had one.
Oh no!
Oh, it's amazing. Probably you're the best.
Not speaking anymore.
All right, that's your hobby deep dive on 2016-17 Glo-Pee-Chee. Anything else you guys want to add before we keep moving?
Bill?
No.
Right. Slab Sharks is a Gongshow partner and sponsor. We're grateful for their support of our show. Slab Sharks is moving on up to the east side to a deluxe apartment in the sky. No, actually, they're moving to Mississauga, somewhere new.
Mississauga?
Mississauga.
Oh,
Moran. Paddy Moran.
Soggy.
I cannot let you take liberties on my my humble abode anymore. So I'm
Mississauga.
No.
Mississauga. Okay, they are moving though, and you're gonna want to go check out their Instagram profile for the new address. So Canada Post and Purolator submissions are unaffected with no address change. Phil, what the heck is Purolator? Sounds like a home health machine that's sold like on an infomercial. What is?
Oh, you don't have
Purolator?
Purolator's Canadian? I didn't even know that. Oh, it's just another mail company thing. It's like a Diet Cola of UPS, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Were you
Yeah,
familiar
they
with that,
bring
Louis?
mail and stuff. I don't know. I see Purolator in front of my house. I'm like, oh, mail.
What? Well, we got Purolator oil filters and stuff, but
Oh, yeah, very similar.
Maybe they're a multifaceted company. I don't know.
Maybe. Well, for FedEx and UPS packages that you're going to send into Slab Sharks, you got to use their new address. So again, go to their Instagram profile. It's front and center there. All right, now that the admin work is out of the way,
Yeah. Boring.
yeah, the current Slab Sharks weekly eBay auction ends tonight. It really does. Make sure you're there. It'll be a movie, like Louis always says when he tries to be cool in front of his high school daughter's friends. Right, Louis? You always say things will be a movie.
yep.
There's more than 2,600 cards ending. Slapsharks.com is where you want to be. Get there as soon as you can. Mark all your favorites. Get in the action. Slapsharks is moving because, well, they need more space. And they need more space because Canadian card collecting community has learned that they are a no-brainer to help sell your cards on eBay because they do all the work. You're slogging through your own eBay listing still. Well, that's no fun. Maybe consider giving Slapsharks a shot. First, again, they do all the work for you, which is always nice. And then secondly, your cards get included in one of the biggest and bestest hockey card auctions there is. That's a winning combo in my book. So for complete consignment info, including payout rates, head to slapsharks.com today and get the process started. Hobby news.
Hobby news.
Information presented to you about cardboard.
Well, there's been so many bad actors, hobby criminals lately, that I had to create our own graphic called Hobby Criminals Corner that we can reuse. Now, this is like a scary movie like Phil would watch. What are you doing?
I'm taking my contacts out. I'm dying.
Okay.
Can you look at that picture you made, Josh? It's kind of scary for you.
Yeah, no, seriously, Louis? I don't know. A lot of
I
dark.
might need you to hold me later, Louis.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So it's becoming a recurring theme and probably be doing these stories weekly. So we have two for you today. First off, there's another mailman using his position to cause the hobby harm.
No.
This comes from Hobby Hotbed, Billings, Montana. Billings, Montana. Ever been there, Louis?
Yes.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I have two. Beautiful, eh?
Yeah.
Montana's the
so
upper
beautiful.
Northwest, right?
Montana's awesome.
Montana's like central north central.
I'm close enough.
Yeah. Close enough. You're right. Well, there's a little bit of karma with the story, which is kind of funny. So an ex-U.S. postal worker, 37-year-old Zachary Lewis Simpson, pled guilty to theft of mail by an employee, which is a felony, I think. Now listen to this. After he attempted to sell $850 in sports cards to a local Billings card shop who had actually sent those cards to somebody else. And he swiped them.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Oh, beautiful.
Not all criminals are smart boys. This led to an investigation, and police found more than 10,000 sports cards that Zachary had taken from his mail sorting position. Simpson now faces a maximum of 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine.
5 years in prison?
That's
Yeah,
pretty
like
max.
mail. Anything
Oh my
messing with
God,
the mail
dude,
here
that's
is a federal
crazy.
offense.
Yeah, that's a little nuts.
You guys ready for story number 2?
I'm still digesting story number 1, and you guys seem to be okay with it. that's insane.
Here, 5 years and $250,000 fine turns into 1 year and 2 years of probation or something.
6 days in a Holiday Inn, and you have to eat their buffet.
Well, I listen. Stealing $10,000 worth of. Listen, you're a jerk. You're a loser for doing that. But like, is it Big House? Like, is it? Do you guys have 2 years plus a
Oh
day?
no, we have like different levels of prisons. Like
Okay,
they,
like if it was like a medium security 8 months, like I'd send him away for a year in a medium security. You know, that seems good to me. 5 years in prison, crazy.
All right, story number 2 is Phil's guy, Jeff Wilson, had an employee at his Cards HQ store take about $21,000 worth of trading cards boxes from his shop. Stephen Christopher Adams, a 40-year-old from Georgia, was a breaker at Cards HQ. So apparently, what he was doing is when he would do a break, he would go back and, like, let's say it would be like a 4-box break. He would go into inventory, take 5 boxes, do the 4 boxes in a break, and put one of the boxes in his backpack. And then he falsified their records as well.
Interesting.
So he was caught, and he did this enough where it added up north of $20,000. It sounds like customers weren't impacted. He was just taking extra inventory and stealing that. So that's
it was a scam.
Yeah, a good thing of it. He was very recently arrested, released on $10,000 bond, has a court date pending. Well, I guess it's hard to find good help sometimes, huh? Have you had issues ever, Phil, like in your business where an employee, you caught their hand in the cookie jar sort of thing?
Yeah, you find out pretty quick. It's usually if I do any well, I'm be careful here who's listening. When it's when people pay with cash, but there's always tax on the jobs. Sometimes the guys don't think I can do math well when I'm in adult mode, but I can, yeah. Or sometimes they don't think the customers let me know, or I catch it very quick. I'm more worried about my equipment at my shop. That'd be more what I'd be worried about.
Okay. Well, that's Hobby Criminal Corner for this week. One more story we have, kind of interesting one. So Probstein is launching their own selling platform. So Rick Probstein is one of the eBay's largest sellers, or was, I guess, better term. So the company is launching their own selling platform called Bid, and it's BYD, not BID. It's slated to be live in a few months. And this is going to be a big loss for eBay, guys, as Probstein has generated, listen to this, over $850 million in lifetime sales on the eBay platform.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
It's insane.
As well as hordes of unpaid listings.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
Yeah, there's a theme there.
I don't know anything about him, but I mean, I don't even want to bring this up, but you know, the bigger you get, the more haters you have, I guess. But no one ever says
there's something there where I don't know if he's an ego or he rubs people the wrong way, but I don't think he's like a very liked person from what I understand. Okay. I could be wrong.
I don't know. Some people. Yeah.
I will, and this is totally anecdotally, but we look up tons and tons of big sales, and like we do these top 5 sales of the week, right? And any sale made via eBay, we always verify as paid for in Terapeak. The number one offender, and I'm not even saying this is their problem, because how do they control it? Of unpaid sales, it's Probstein cards. It's like less than half. Less than half of their big sales are ever paid for. I have no idea why.
Well, that's a little weird. That's a little suspect.
Crazy.
Eh? Maybe
I never assume that it was an actual sale when I see one. It's more of a surprise.
Can we get his picture off here? I feel like he's staring at me or something, like he was trying to sell me something. Okay. I don't want to buy your Mike Trout card.
So he's going to compete not just with eBay, but he's going to, I think a big focus of that Bid platform is going to be live selling. So he'll be taking on Fanatics and whatnot as well. And one of the things that I think in the article I saw in Collect that he said or thinks is an opportunity that the other platforms are not taking advantage of is doing more like genre days. So he says that you don't know what to expect when you open whatnot. So he wants to have days like Wemby Wednesdays for like Victor Wembanyama cards, or
Tupac Tuesdays.
He said TO6 Tuesdays. Yeah. They might do Pinto Never days.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you wait till that young gun goes to $15. I'm loaded. Doubled my money.
Louis, on the count of 3, let's hold our breath and quickly die because it'll never. Right. So I can't decide if this is a smart move or not. Part of me thinks that you've sold almost $1 billion of cards on a platform. I'm sure he's making really good money. Is this like, remember when, because I'm kind of like a media nerd this way. Who is the big Fortnite, like kid with the hair? Ninja, right? The streamer,
I don't
the
know.
video game streamer. Well, so he was a big Twitch streamer making tens and tens of millions of dollars, and Microsoft started their own. I can't remember what they called it now. Their own streaming platform, and they lured him away for like 35 million a year. And then that that platform never took. People just stayed on Twitch. Well, they didn't want to jump to a new platform to watch, and it kind of hurt his career, I think, in a way, because sure, he got the 35 million for a few years from Microsoft, but was never had the same momentum before. And I just wonder, it's like, well, first of all, how many buying platforms can we have? It's like, as a collector, it's like when you're like, oh, I want to buy a card, you're not going to go to 9 places.
Look,
You know what I
my
mean?
card post. I love my card post. I very rarely go there anymore because I'm always on eBay.
Mhm.
It's eBay and Facebook scratch all my itches.
And is it because you just don't even think of it?
I don't think of it. And I love that platform. I always look, but it's going to take a long time to get a massive database in there of cards. But it's growing every month. It grows a little bit more and a little bit more. So I'm always checking, but I don't think about it. And it kills me. I'm sorry, Mark. I don't, but I do. One out of every, 5 thoughts of cards, I go there. But
Sure.
It's never muscle memory yet. Not yet.
And it's not cheap. We joke about building our little checklist site, but if you're building a live selling platform that's on par, at least from a technology standpoint, with a Whatnot or a Fanatics Live, you're talking tens of millions of dollars. I mean, it is so expensive to build that. And so I guess good on him for taking a huge risk. I just don't know. I think I would kind of keep my eBay cash cow rolling and try to start something new, maybe. And because
he's betting on himself. I like it.
Yeah.
Right? He's not signing an extension. He's like, nope, I'll play out my year. I'll bet on myself.
Do you guys ever buy cards live bidding?
I don't. That's a Whatnot way, right?
Yeah, we were with Tori and at the card show, and he said that he goes on Whatnot a lot, and there's guys that will bring a whole big stack of cards and they'll do dollar auctions. And unfortunately for them, they have like 6 people in the room. And so he's like, I'm win like $20 cards for $2 all the time.
They mail it?
Yeah, I was in a couple of them last night, bouncing back and forth.
Oh, really?
A few. Yeah, it's nuts. And yeah, one of them I was in had only like 8 people, but nothing I wanted to pull the trigger on. And then another guy had like 20 guys in there, but you still weren't. He'd let it go. I started at $1, and I don't think anything went over $8.
Wow, people are getting deals, huh? And then you can combine shipping, Phil. So if you go in, like, let's say somebody does 250 cards, you buy 10 cards, and you have to pay once the kind of shipping rate to even you in Canada.
How have more? I mean, I don't care. I'm gonna say it. Like, how have more not good-looking men and women taken full advantage of that platform? Right? Like, if I had more money, I would just go to the local restaurant that's fine dining, find beautiful women, beautiful men, and I would educate them moderately on hockey. And I'd say start not even hockey. What would I pick? Baseball? Like,
you don't see them
on Whatnot. You do.
Or I'm sorry, any of the I shouldn't say any. Yes, you're right. The ones that I was on last night, and I have messed around a couple other times, but everybody I've been on doesn't show their face.
Well, okay, let me say this. Probstein, if he got a beautiful woman, an elegant woman to present cards, more people would watch. Business would do a lot better. Same with if it was more of a woman-oriented product, I would say get a dude, right? I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to be fair on both sides there. But it sells. That's if they're visually appealing, I mean, everyone's happy, right?
Well, as a buyer, I'd rather get cards cheap, so I don't need to pay the beautiful woman tax.
Phil, the beautiful woman costs extra money. Yeah, get rid of her. I want my cards cheap.
So it'll be interesting to see if another platform can, fight its way through the cruft. But yeah,
good luck. Competition's good, man.
All right, I'm really excited for this next topic, guys, because I've been thinking about this a lot ever since I got wind of these new achievement cards that come out. So taking a step back from that, though, does the concept an execution of tributes or retros, whatever people call them, because it always changes. Does it, in general, does it confuse you guys? Like, do you ever find these cards and are like, what is this?
I get very frustrated when I'm in conversation and I'm trying to reference something, an image, a card in my head, and I say the wrong one. Most people know more accurately the names of these things than I do. So,
Sure.
like, I've been collecting over 30 years. That means nothing for the accuracy of what Upper Deck is calling their thingies. So that's where I don't get embarrassed. I don't even care anymore, but I get frustrated. They're like, Phil, that's actually not a tribute. That's a I don't know, give me one. That's a retro. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. That's the card I'm talking about.
Well, so then they go a bit beyond that and say revisited and renewed, right? So now they're using all these words too.
Presents another opportunity for a gotcha moment. I mean, it all drives me nuts. I wish we had like 2 words. That's it. You know?
I've been doing the show for almost 3 years now, and I still get confused by this all the time. And this topic came to mind again with the release of Series 1 on E-Pack last week, where we're now seeing a new batch of retros, tributes, or whatever we call them. Now, have you guys seen these? You want to pull it up there, Louis?
Yeah, they're nice.
You like them, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
If you're the good podcast listener, what we're referring to is the batch of, well, we're seeing a Connor Bedard Young Guns, but not in his rookie Young Guns, this year's Young Guns, so the year later. And this one is actually an exclusives out of 100. And so they brought, the first thing I think is, well, what is this, right? I mean, again, it goes back to the confusion around kind of how these work or are released by Upper Deck. And if you go on ComC, the name of this card is not listed as a tribute or retro. It's a Young Guns achievement. So I think that in this case, Upper Deck is going with the term achievement, right? So it's a 2024 Young Guns Bedard achievement. And how you get this, just if anyone is curious, is on E-Pack, if you collect the entire set of UD Canvas, so there's 90 cards in that set, you get awarded one random exclusives player from the achievement checklist. And I haven't seen the official checklist, but some other players of these cards that I found are Jason Robertson, Quinn Hughes, Jack Hughes, Robert Thomas, Matthew Barzal, Connor Hellebuck, Sebastian Aho, Phil's boy Pasternak, who Phil hates for some reason. And then there's probably more. Now, again, so this card brought all these kind of questions swimming back to me. And I've got so much swirling in my head right now that I'm going to try to get through it. And you guys can kind of fill in. But
this card's
we really want to do a tribute the next year. And then the case of Bedard, is that too soon?
Way too soon. IMO.
Okay, so I was kind of thinking that maybe Upper Deck should have waited this one, and then just going back to the general inconsistency or lack of clarity on these type of cards. You know, you could say that's good, that's bad, or indifferent. It keeps things fresh or new, but I'm just always so confused as to what these are. And in general, I sort of lean on that confusion is bad.
Yes,
for your customer base. And so yeah, I'll get into kind of maybe some of my ideas to clarify these going forward, but before I do, I also have to acknowledge, I can be totally hypocritical about these, right? Like there's some I completely, and I don't even know, I haven't made up my mind on this new batch yet, but look at like the Star Rookies Kaprizov exclusives from last year. Now I bought this card for myself around Expo time, and I think Louis, you bought one too, and I just love it. It's a great card, huh, Phil?
Big meanie. Big meanie.
No, Phil,
yes, we're subjectively irrational. You're allowed.
Yeah, because I absolutely love this card, and there's no difference between, other than it wasn't the year after his Young Guns, between this and that Connor Bedard. And there's so many and then some of these cards, right? They tend to, that the hobby, you know, will deride and say, this is dumb. I don't know why Upper Deck is doing this. While other cards that, again, meet the same criteria, like this 2018-19 clear cut McDavid Young Guns tribute auto. Here's a BGS 9.5, sold for over $6,000 US.
Yeah,
right?
I'd be all over that.
Yeah, see, so like there's some of these that people just go crazy for. And there's so many examples that we could just go on and on. But what I want to do is now kind of in the spirit, of course, of being constructive. I've come up with, I'll call them maybe rules or guidelines that I think might help clarify this entire genre of cards for us, the good hobbyist and good listener. And then you guys can help improve any of my rules or fill in anything I forgot. Fill in, get it, Phil? Fill in.
Yeah.
Fill. Okay. So rule number 1, right? Come up with a consistent name for these cards that we can recognize what they are and what they're not. That seems like kind of like a no-brainer.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, though. Billy's listening. He'll be like, "Oh, Josh, how can you say that when you know for a fact Topps copyrights, Panini copyrights?" They're going to say,
and come up with your own name. Call them Zigme Bats or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Zigme Bats is great. That's a perfect opportunity to create your own word or copyright your own word and stick with that word.
Yeah. Okay. Now,
I agree with you 100%, Phil.
Thank you, Louis.
Yeah. Now, my next one is, so retro designs like the Bedard and the new Young Guns. Well, it wouldn't work in this case, but like the Star Rookies, that sort of thing. I say you should be able to do those during a player's rookie year. So there's a Bedard Star Rookies, and that it works totally because it's still his rookie year. It's 1992.
It's rookie. It's a
design.
rookie card.
Yeah, it's a rookie card, right? Love that. I think though that there should be like a 4 to 5 year cooling off period after that, where there's no retros, no tributes, no Zigme Bats or whatever we call them for that player. Would you guys support that?
Yes, like upper deck policy.
Yeah.
Just add it to the list. There's already 400 policies. Let's make 401.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Too much too soon. What's happening right now.
Okay. Then my next one is, go ahead. Sorry.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's just, it's too much too soon of the same guy. And it's
slow it down. Slow it down.
There we go, Phil. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My next one, number 3, is any of these cards, tribute, retro, Zigme Bats, whatever we call them, should state the name that it's not a rookie year card somewhere on the card, like in the back, in some fashion on the back, even
better.
Yeah, I would say on the back, so that dense people like the 3 of us don't get fooled by cards like that. Because it's like, how many people would see that Bedard Young Guns and again are the casual collector that just haven't memorized every design.
When was the card printed? So I'm going to fight you back a little bit on that one. I agree. It could be a little more apparent. I actually have no issue as long as the print date of the card, because the person has to work a little harder for the hobby. Do it, man. The good things come with a little work. So if you have to read something on the back of the card, so be it. I agree with you, Josh, but I wouldn't have it a rule or as a guideline. I'd have it as if you want to, and I would prefer they didn't, just leave the print year of the card. That's good enough.
But there needs to be some clarity somewhere, because you can search for whatever tribute on eBay or wherever, and you can search whatever retro. You're looking for the same card.
Then I want that word on the card. I want that word on the card. I'd rather it on the back. I want the front of the card to look like this clear cut McDavid. I want it to look exactly like the Young Guns, but on the back, obviously. Okay, bad example.
Call it what it is though. Like on a bunch of my Madonna cards that I have, what I've been buying, the refractors, it says refractor right with the number on the back, so it's obvious as to what it is. I know that's kind of apples to oranges with this, but it still says it. It's a refractor.
We're saying the same thing. Yeah.
Can I push back on your pushback a tiny bit, and I'll use the new Bedard Young Guns achievement as an example?
Yes.
So if I'm a seller, right? I could list his cards as 2024, 25 Upper Deck, Connor Bedard Young Guns.
Yep.
And then now a casual collector, maybe a guy that collected cards when he was, in the 90s like us, and now has a kid or something like that, and says, "Oh, my kid loves Connor Bedard. Here's his rookie. I know a Young Guns is a rookie card.
Yeah,
I'm gonna buy his rookie card."
Yeah, you know what? Then I'm gonna sound like a mean guy here. That's too bad, buddy. You should have paid more attention. Sorry.
Yeah, I just think that it's.
What do we do? Protect everybody from dumbness? Like, where's the line?
I'm just saying. Mark on the card somewhere on the back.
I'm agreeing with you, but it doesn't. Okay. I feel like you want it to be big. I feel like it is marked on the back. I feel like you're asking for something
I want
that's
in
already
big
there.
red letters that say "not rookie" on the
That's
front
what
of the card. No, I'm
that's what
just
it
kidding.
sounds like you're
Just
saying.
kidding.
It's already
Owl.
written on the back. It's
I
not
wanted
here.
I wanted to say achievements across the back like it does preview.
Or tribute, right?
Just
Sure.
kidding.
I'll
Yeah,
take that.
tribute. Yeah,
A
who
little
knows
big.
what achievement means? But
Yeah.
okay. Lastly, but not leastly, point number 4. No, this might be a little controversial, so we'll see if you guys agree or not. I think every player should be limited to 1 tribute or retro, whatever we're calling them, for 3 to 4 years across all sets. I
Yeah.
don't want a million Connor Bedard retros or Connor McDavid retros. Make it special.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of new guidelines and policies you're introducing here, but I think
I
it's
know.
what is as Randy from Upper Deck said, rules are what keeps us going strong. So we should do that.
Okay.
I just think it's too, you do it too much, you just flood it. Like, I know this is an EPAC deal, but still, this is too soon. It's the next year already. I mean, I'd still rather guess if I'm going to get a Bedard Young Gun, a real one,
Yeah.
I'd get the real one
Mhm.
and not mess with this or tribute or retro or whatever you want to call it.
Can we talk about though how nice this Young Gun Connor Bedard is nicer than his Young Guns?
I agree with you there.
It's nicer. I think that's why people are a little cheesed because they're like, wait a minute, where's a nicer Young Guns coming out a year later? It's a beautiful card, man.
I have one problem with it. Can you guess what it is?
The logo.
Oh, the lady in the back. Yeah, she's creeping me out too, dude.
No, the logo. They
Oh.
use the Young Guns
Yes.
jumbo logo. The Young Guns is always foil.
Mm-hmm.
What? I don't understand.
The Upper Deck logo.
What about it?
It's in every Young Guns. It's foiled, right?
I never noticed.
Or maybe that's their like visual cue of a like retro or tribute card.
That would be sick. I'm going with the year in the back. I love this card. I'd be all over it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I have one more bonus. Sorry, I'm not done. I have point
Mhm.
number 5.
Okay.
Now, if I were the marketing Grand Poobah at Upper Deck,
Oh, it'd be so fun.
I'd actually use opportunities like this to educate my customers, right? And do like videos and explain what these are.
Yeah.
So, like, here's why we made them. Here's how you get them. Here's why they're cool. Here's why you should covet them. Instead of, a whole bunch of what is going, which has been sort of the collective hobby response.
We'll get a
last 2
Facebook
days.
video and Instagram video in about 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Love you guys, but I mean, I'm not even I'm just that's what's gonna happen. Or maybe next week. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, we'll see.
yeah.
So, how did I do overall? Do you like did I provide any? Now, I know it's a lot of rules, Phil, and you don't love rules, but
No.
You got a lot of ideas. I don't know how many you can throw on the wall and make them stick, but I still think consistency somehow, I don't know, somehow to name them. I mean,
Yeah, the consistent name thing. I think we're playing out of our field here, though. This sounds like a lawyer conversation, like legal jargon, and this is where someone of more merit in the business hockey card world. We have a checklist. We're making moves here, but they would be like, guys, there's so much you don't understand. It's not that simple.
Yeah,
we can't just. Yeah. So then that's what I would say. Explain it to us. Why not? We're paying the bills. We're keeping your
spend the day
on.
with the thesaurus and look like what is a synonym of tribute, and
there's so many different words, or it doesn't even have to sound like tribute or retro. Make up a freaking word. Josh did on the fly. Who cares?
Yeah, mine was awesome, but I already trademarked it, so they can't.
I mean, come on, look, we essential credentials. Like it's all silly, but it's cool.
But that whole I can't call it a retro because somebody else has it gets me going on that BCW and Ultra Pro for penny sleeve.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I know. Like time capsule, time machine. There's so many things you could just find a word and stick it to it and follow Josh's guidelines. And let's make
very closely. You didn't say follow Josh's guidelines closely. You need to go back and say it again.
I find like stop signs. Is that do you really stop, or is it more of a suggestion?
Is it white?
I'm rolling.
Is the border white? Those are optional.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
But hey, okay. So real quick, the biggest takeaway from what you said though is I 100% agree. I don't think we should be seeing a Connor Bedard.
Yeah.
Already, whether you call it a tribute, a retro, or a whatever. Give it time. It's too fast.
His cup release isn't even out yet, and we already have tribute Young Guns.
Okay, I have a question. What's more? Yeah. I just heard what you said. He doesn't even have his RPA out yet, and we have a tribute Bernard.
Yeah.
I think, okay, what would you rather? Like, people might get annoyed at this, but I don't care. The right people will laugh. What's more annoying? The Bedard having a tribute Young Gun his second year, or the comments people make about tribute Young Guns? I'd say the comments are pretty annoying, so I stopped reading them. But
some people like them, some don't.
Yeah. No, for every 10 comments that Upper Deck is ruining the hobby, come on, but they're buying packs and opening them as they're typing it.
Upper Deck fun meter is 0.
Yeah, they're no fun police. Oh my god, cards aren't the same as they were in 1988.
Okay.
Well, they're not.
We gotta move on.
Yeah.
Okay, boys, we're gonna try something new today. As we know, it's called Hockey Freestyle. I got a cool picture. I can't wait for Phil to see. You want to show it, Louis?
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
B-boy.
Hockey Freestyle.
Yeah.
So our show is very structured, which is, I think, part of why it sort of works. I think, anyways. And that being said, we've been looking for ways to incorporate a little more free flow hobby vibes here and there into the podcast. So we're going to try what I'm calling Hobby Freestyle. And here's the rules, Phil. There's no rules. Well, there's one rule. So we're going to throw out topics. And the one rule is we're just going to talk for like 10 to 15 minutes max. We're not going to get into some hour long. So Louis, can you be kind of the timekeeper?
So just one topic, though?
No, it can be multiple topics, right? It's whatever our hobby minds and hobby hearts want to talk about. So, Phil, you just can't go on for like an hour about Danny Healy. And I know you.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I'm not. Yeah.
Or I can't repeat the Glo-Pee-Chee deep dive. And we know, and then of course we know Louis loves the Devils. So we've covered all those bases.
Yeah.
And here we
go. I like how he likes the Devils. No one likes the Devils. That's good.
Hobby Freestyle. Who wants to start? Who wants to throw out a topic? What's on your hobby mind today?
I feel like of all days, you ask me the day I talk the most to talk about something.
Okay, well, I can start. So, what are you guys most excited about right now in hobby, the hobby part of your life?
Like personally, for Phil to organize my O-Pee-Chee cards.
Oh, really?
That's I can't wait, dude. I woke up at 5:10 today. I could not get back to bed. I was so happy, so excited. I drove out of the box at like 9:40. I was like, "What are you doing? Go do something else." They don't open till 10:30. Yeah, like the inner child takes over in me, and I felt a little stressed out doing it on camera day because I really like to go slow, and sometimes I like to get food and putter. I'm a putter garage guy, so that's what I'm most excited for, is to organize my cards, and that's the most immediate thing. Yeah,
wow. Louis.
I'm
excited. I got a topic about you that we could bring up. Louis spent.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, you did think of something. I thought you were coming to blank.
So Josh will just answer for you.
Well, no, I thought he was blanking out, so I was trying to help him.
No,
so what are you excited about?
I'm excited to finally open a box of cards here pretty soon that doesn't break the bank.
What are you getting? What'd you get?
What you just opened a case of.
Oh yeah, dude, it's the best. Good listener, buy yourself a box of O-Pee-Chee. It's so fun. It's great. You're not going to get your money back. You're not. No, but it's great. It's fun.
But you don't feel like you got stabbed either. You know,
with a fork, a dull one.
I think Louis and I are gonna. Well, the loose plan, is for him to come over during your show, and we're gonna open some O-Pee-Chee while we're watching your show.
It's a very loose plan because he's coming over here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm okay. That works too.
How far of a drive is it? 5 minutes from each other's house?
Maybe.
Less than.
Oh, really? Oh, I wish I had a friend that lived that close. I used to. I used to have a lot of friends walking distance.
Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, just ripping something like, can't wait to do that. I'm jacked for opening that up and just see what happens.
What was my case hit? What was my case hit in my my case? I think no, I don't think so. I think it was the printing plate.
Oh, I missed that. You got a printing plate?
Yeah, I got a printing plate.
You got a yellow one.
Yeah. Tyler Myers.
So ugly.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
What I was going to say about Louis when I thought you were blanking, again, apologize.
It's okay.
Is Louis had a lot of mailbox anxiety and anger over the past. I've heard lots and lots about what the postman is doing, the postman's schedule.
Freaking city.
Why the postman never comes. You're supposed to have something like days ago, right? A whole bunch of stuff, and it never came.
Yeah. I don't remember seeing mail on Friday, I think, or Saturday. One of those 2 days we didn't get anything. They didn't come yesterday.
It was a holiday.
Yesterday? I was at work.
It's a holiday in
Oh,
Canada.
no. Yeah, it was a holiday on Monday. I'm sorry.
You guys have Family Day in Canada? Or wait, I think it's a provincial. Oh, I don't even know.
What is
Oh no, wait, that
Family
was Monday. Oh, what day is it?
But yeah, I'm waiting for things to come, and like, yep, it's gonna be here. It's got to be here by now. And then the mailman doesn't show up. I'm like, oh, you got to be kiting me. And then the next day,
Maybe
it
the
did come.
mailman's at home doing eBay listings.
Ooh.
Might have a new hobby
stealing
story for
cards
next
to
week.
sell them back to the hobby. No, Phil, this is how deep this got. Louis was giving me a breakdown of the postal route and like where his house is in the queue and like what the driver, what time they usually come. Like Louis was fired up. He was mad.
Well, it's not too hard to give you the postal route when you're obviously, like in the summertime, it's easier to tell that you're after they've gone down every flipping gravel road because everything you have is full of dust.
You guys don't have paved roads?
Yeah,
roads
we
in
do, but
Minnesota? Oh, okay.
there's a lot of off spurts in my area that are gravel.
Mhm.
So, I can always,
Don't you guys live in the same area? I thought we'd established the 5-minute drive.
but I'm more on the south side. So then when you get just
The old
south of
south
me,
side.
then there's,
Farm.
farm and neighborhoods spread out there, but they're all gravel road access.
But
pretty
like,
much.
do you guys have neighbors? Like, are you in country?
Yeah.
Like, you have acreage or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, we're in developments. But we live in a town called Farmington.
Mhm.
Farming town.
Yeah,
A lot of farms. And there's one farmer that like owns half the town.
that's always the way, man. They're always the richest ones. The grubbiest, smelliest guy at the grocery store is the richest one. Usually, not my grocery store anymore. It's a different scenario. When I grew up.
So I've got another topic. Have you seen all the people doing Instagram polls? Like, have you thought about leaving the hobby in the last year kind of stuff?
No.
I have not.
What do you think about those? Like, what do you think about just sort of like putting any energy or angst or anxiety to the notion of people might be leaving the hobby?
You only ask because not you. You only make that poll because you're on the fence and you need justification on why you're gonna leave or you're not.
Bingo.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
take.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Psychology again on that one. Yeah. I'm doing it. Don't make me do it. Go ahead. No, don't tell me to do it. Don't push me. I'm like, nah, go ahead. Jump. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Jump. Yeah.
That's
I don't know. I see opportunity to buy someone's cards at a cheap rate. I'm not,
Mhm.
yeah. If it's a friend of mine or good acquaintance, yeah, I'll try to ask them not to, but I respect my fellow man and woman and their decisions that they make. And you don't want to be here? I'm not going to try and keep you. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
But then I'd want to know why too. I mean,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I don't mean to come across harsh, but if you don't like something, I believe in you. I respect you as an individual. See you later.
Yeah.
Right.
I think there's lots of different levels of participation in our hobby too, right? There's like people that make it their kind of lifestyle, like the
Mhm.
three of us probably would fit in that category.
Yeah.
Then there's just more casual collectors that come and go. There's people that collected as a kid, get back into it a little bit.
Those are the
But what
people
I'm
getting hurt though. I think.
Well, then
Like,
I don't
the-
listen, man. I don't want to walk on eggshells my whole hobby. Like, Phil, you got to think of the new collector. When does the new collector take it upon themselves to learn as much as they can before they buy a big card? Right? In anything.
Yeah.
My wiper, I had to buy new wipers a couple weeks ago. I spent a silly amount of time making sure I bought the wiper that I liked the best. And that's a friggin' windshield wiper, let alone a $1,000 Wayne Gretzky rookie card. Come on. Like,
can I finish?
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
I think now you just made me lose my train of thought. The new person coming into the hobby, or no, the casual collector. That's it. Those people I think are getting hurt, and new people coming in because of. I still think there's sticker shock.
Oh, I get you.
Oh, how expensive things are.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I also think too that when I see these posts that there's like a subtext of assigned meaning to it, like oh, people are leaving, so what does it mean that the hobby is dying or isn't as cool or isn't as fun? And part of me, and maybe I'm too optimistic in nature, but just thinks that there's just a natural cycle to things, right? Is that
Yeah.
is any hobby, people are going to come, people are going to go, and that's okay, right?
Yeah. Totally agree.
Some
That,
people come back, some people don't.
when I bartended for almost 20 years, and it would go through 3 to 6 year cycles, the regulars, right? And it
Really?
would just go through to 3 to 6 year cycles because I was very upset the first batch left. It took, it was a slow bleed, 6 to 9 months. The regulars, and then new regulars come. They're kind of annoying, but then you get used to them. And I was kind of upset. And the boss, the owner, explain to me, no, it's just the cycle of what's going on. Don't worry, it's fine. It's nothing personal. People's lives change outside the bar, but you're so involved in that lifestyle, right? So I think you made a good point, Josh. People have just come and go. Look at us. I've been collecting over 30 years, and I've come and gone a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
I
What
don't pay
else in
much
hobbies?
attention to it though.
Yeah.
That's like, I'm leaving Twitter. Elon's a bad guy. It's like, what? But you've been tweeting for 2 weeks. Like, it's the same thing
Yeah.
to me. It's just the guy version, right?
Mhm.
It's just the boy version of it. Yeah.
I got one for you guys. I know we
Okay.
kind of touched on it in past shows, but we never really talked about it. And this is going to be different for everybody, and that's why I think the opinions of this are going to be pretty cool. What do you in your collection or feel needs to be penny sleeved, top loaded, or one touched?
Ooh.
Mm.
I'm a weirdo with that stuff, buddy. If I like the card a lot, I ultimate holder or one touch. Most of my cards in my boxes are penny sleeved. I don't have a lot of cards in top loaders, but I want that to change. Because remember, Louis, we were talking the 4-page, excuse me, the 4-slot top loader binder is better than the 9. Yeah.
Don't even get me going on that crap. Speaking of mail, oh my God.
Go.
So I'm waiting for my kid came down here the other day and he wanted a top loader binder. And I'm like,
He's getting into Pokemon, right?
yeah. I'm like, you can have this one because it's too damn big. He's like, yeah, I don't care how big it is. I just want to put certain things in this and certain things in this top loader. I'm like, yep, take it, because I ordered a 4-card smaller mini one, right? And that was supposed to show up Sunday. It said, shipped, and it's supposed to come on Sunday. And usually by 8 or 9 in the morning, the little needle things moved over to out for delivery.
Yeah.
No, hadn't moved all day. I looked an hour later, still hadn't moved. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. 6 at night, still hadn't moved. I'm like, you. So I'm like, it's gonna come tomorrow. Fine, I'm off. Perfect. I can mess around with it tomorrow. Amazon will deliver. It's a holiday, but it's a government holiday, Same thing. Finally, at like 5:00 Monday night, I get a shipping has been delayed on your item. We will send you an email when it's been shipped out. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. What day is it today now? Wednesday? Still not here. Same thing.
Oh,
I'm like, come on. But anyway, sorry. That's my
we're
rant
children.
on mail. Well, seriously, how hard is it? Pick it, label it, throw it in a truck, and bring it.
So Phil, you basically do one touch or penny sleeve. What's the most highest value card you have in a penny sleeve, do you think?
Oh, I have no idea. I have to consolidate a lot in
Like,
the.
do you
I
have
don't know if that's right.
$50, $100 cards and just penny sleeves?
My most expensive card I own is my Gretzky Future Watch, and that's in a top loader.
Okay, but that's not a penny sleeve because you said that you don't do a lot of top loaders. That you just
You know what it
one
probably
touch.
is in my house? It's probably 20 years of buying boxes, and I don't know what I got, so something I hit 12 years ago could be $400 today, and it's in a raw monster box somewhere downstairs. I don't know,
I'm not a huge one touch person. I'm very much top loader.
So that's something's happened to me. I think that's part of my hobby depression of organization. I have so many one touches, and I've always loved them. And now I'm kind of like, I really like my top loaders, and I'm scared, I'm apprehensive to change, you know? So I'm like
Change is
walking
good.
around like my grandpa with my hands behind my back, just like
Yeah.
pacing around my hallway when staring at my cards. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
A lot of one touch is just hard to display, and it's hard to manage, right?
If someone could figure out a way to display, I found something on Alibaba. It's a brick. It's like a 10-inch. You know those marble slabs, the fancy where you can, they're wall dividers, they're squares, they're thick, and they're kind of like translucent. Anyways, there's like a big block, and it looks kind of like Avatar-y, but it's translucent. You slot a little top loader all in the middle, and it looks like furniture. It's not furniture, but it's like a doily, like a knick-knack, right? And you put it on your counter, and it's huge. It's like 10 inches by 10 inches, and the card is just bam in the middle. It looks, so I would put my Gretzky Future Watch in something like that, and I would put it on my like shelf. It looks nice, but that's the nicest thing. Or
but if you have 100 cards in top load or one touches, you can't really do that though, because you can't have 100 of those.
No, yeah, no, that's just for like a 1 or 2 card thing. I don't know how to display that. There's got to be, I don't know. No one's figured it out. You know, another thing I think no one's figured out: snow removal. Why is everyone removing in dump trucks? As if 2025 we haven't thought of a way to flash melt snow, separate salt, and sewer the rest. Oh, it's crazy to me.
Well, we'll just call Thor real quick and
well, I don't know, or we'll just get a bunch of backloaders and backhoes and keep getting the dump trucks. I don't know. It seems so silly. Yeah.
Any parting shots on Hobby Freestyle before we probably should move on? Now, do we like this?
I just didn't know we were doing this. I feel silly.
I ambush you.
Can we do it next time, and then I'll think of things throughout the week?
Yeah, and you remember too that we publish our outline days in advance, and at any time you're free to read it.
I told you I don't go over it because I like to new things and new reactions. But when it's a segment, yes, maybe I should have read that. You're right.
Do we need to do something on the outline for him? Like, this is a segment, Bill.
Yeah. I'll read it.
Okay. New product releases. So it's brought to you by your friends and partners at Mint Inc. Don't forget the next Mint Inc. trade night is happening on Friday, February 28th. Go to their website, mintink.ca, to reserve your spot. Now, these trade lights are lit, and that I got that word from Louis because that's what he likes to say to his high school daughter's friends, so he can be cool. Right? Lit,
that's
is that what you told me to say?
Okay.
It's lit.
Now, if you live in the GTA or are passing through, stop by Mint Inc.'s flagship hobby shop. It's Hobby Shop of the Future, right? Avon. We've all been there. It's pretty amazing. Get her up on screen there. Very, yeah. You can get, it'll blow you away there, right? You can get hobby boxes, singles, memorabilia, grading submissions. You can sell Mint Inc. your collection, join Breaks After Dark. You can do it all there. Now, if you're not in the GTA, it's no problem. So, Phil, you were just telling me about this collection of 1991 Upper Deck that you're considering buying in, where did you say, Upper Laird in the Yukon? Now, Phil, after you make that 53-hour drive from Ottawa to Upper Laird to check out that base set, you might want to be tired and you just want to stay there a day or two, recuperate for the drive home. And I'm sure you'll feel better knowing that any new hobby boxes you need while they're in Upper Laird can be shipped to you right from Mint Inc., as they are an authorized internet retailer and can ship boxes to anywhere in Canada. That's cool, huh? Does that make your trip better?
Make my trip great.
That's pretty. That's pretty neat.
That's the happy ending I'm looking for after a trip. Attaboy. Thanks, Johnny.
53 hours, Phil. That's commitment for some 1991 Upper Deck.
I listen, man. I would do that. I would drive to Vancouver for the right card.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, the biggest news, the new product releases, of course, today or yesterday, as you're listening or watching this, we had the release of 2425 O-Pee-Chee paper. Again, you can watch the replay of the case we opened live this morning on the Gong Show YouTube channel. I just thought we'd go over some instant reactions. And I think that's the first one right there. If you're watching on YouTube, the O-Pee-Chee Premier cards are so nice.
Gorgeous. Just a beautiful hockey card.
Yeah, that's why I stopped on that one in the show and just snapped it quick because those cards are sweet.
Nice snapper, Louis.
Thanks.
And this is the base too. Of course, the Good one, Phil. Of course, the diamond rainbows out of 75 are amazing as they should be, but the base are so nice. Like I was encouraging you to do the whole set of the base, Phil.
No, I'm done. Listen, I got to clean up my Parker's. I'm so stressed out, Josh. I got to do my Parker's champion still. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of cleaning up, we left the freestyle before I was able to ask you guys. I got a question for you, and anybody else can chime in because this really is eating at me. So I put the base Parkies together last year's, and I'm about 15, 11, whatever short of the legends, and then it's all done. I have all the cards, the rookies and what's the middle group?
Stars or all stars?
Veterans?
No, veterans, rookies. I have them in pages, the old school pages in a book. I don't know that I want to put all the legends cards in there.
No,
what
don't.
I do?
No.
Top loader binder for one of those, that never come in the mail. The 4-page top loader binder.
Yeah, I guess. Then they're not together.
You take back from your kid what you gave him. Put them in your medium, like your lower quality.
You mean put the whole whopping set in there, or just the legends?
There's only 20 legends, Louis. If you need 15 more, you're pretty slow on getting them.
Yeah,
you've gotten 5.
I don't know.
I don't think he's working at that hard.
I got check marks there. I got some left. I'm halfway there.
Yeah, you're more. You don't need 15. It looks like you're about halfway there. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, sorry, I digress, but that was an issue.
Okay, so Phil, as you've felt and smelt a ton of O-Pee-Chee today, what are your key takeaways on the set? Like, what can you share with the good listener?
You get a lot more O-Pee-Chee Premier than I thought, even though I should have checked the odds on hockeychecklist.com. I assumed I was an expert in O-Pee-Chee cardboard, but I'm not, because it's quite different, and I tend to forget a lot. The packs were great, a lot of base as usual. It's a 1-600 set. They just really did a great job last year. The year before last year was a little weak. Last year was such a great O-Pee-Chee year, and it was unfortunate how expensive it was. I only bought a couple boxes. I was really excited to get a case this year, and it did not disappoint. It's not a return. I don't know of any set in Upper Deck that is a return financially, but this was a return on my investment for entertainment, hanging out with my friends. And I like how it didn't have too many inserts. Some sets are very insert heavy. I wasn't a big fan of the All-Stars, but I mean, they got to do something, right? They got to do something. And the All-Stars classic O-Pee-Chee, very well produced, very well. The cards were just good.
The Premier are 1-6 hobby packs for the base Premier.
Oh, okay.
That's
right. No, it sounds like it's not that common. I feel like we got more. I feel like we did good. Yeah.
The other card that I thought was amazing, you just didn't hit anyone good, were the black border retros out of 100.
I got a Roman Yossi.
Oh, you got who else did you get? You got Devin Levi, right? That was probably
Devin Levi. Yeah, I got Devin Levi. Yeah, they're great. I do have to say about the black border, I have so many that it always kind of feels a little similar. You know what I like the most? I like the ink on the back. The fresh ink on the back of the number cards.
The serial number? Yeah.
Yeah, like I have I think I have 6 years full set complete of black border, and you kind of just only do it once or maybe one every 10 years scratches the itch.
Yeah.
I did it too much. So yeah, I agree. I like them, but I don't ever see myself for at least a decade building that set again. Yeah.
Are you a fan of the new orange parallel?
Yes.
25.
Yes, it's very bright.
Orange.
Yeah, whose favorite color?
Hey, knock knock.
Oh God.
No, okay. You don't have to. It's okay. Yeah. The orange and it was very unassuming because it just blasts you out of the pack. O-Pee-Chee cardboard's very sepia brown, gray, right? So when you bust out a big orange there,
yeah, I can't wait to see one of those.
Oh, you're gonna have it. You're gonna love your box, Louis. It's great.
You get one of those in every box. Is that right?
I don't know.
Okay. Trying to think what other cards really stood out there. We got the Glo-Pee-Chee where I'm sleeping on the design. It's so different and I love the 2016 version so much. Oh yeah.
So the green marquee rookie's nice, but Josh, you made a very good point. See, it's not focusing, but there we go. You made a very good point. This is the type of card that can be very easily, if it's not centered, you're gonna know. You know, and then there's the Bedard. Look at that. That's
look at that card.
You did get one. That's
crazy, crazy. Oh, is it refracting?
Don't you think they would have done this design last year for that to be a rookie card?
Don't forget, I got this. Is it refracting? You got that too? You sniped that?
We snipe a lot.
What is this short print?
Oh, that's kind of cool.
A black and white test proof base short print.
Well, I love it. Part of my Connor McDavid top loader binder now.
Connor McDavid top loader. What else?
Connor. Well, I don't know. It's out of reach. Oh, here's the diamond.
Oh, I saw you grab that one. I saw that one get pulled.
Yeah,
that
this
was
is crazy. Sweet. So I got the Crosby for $60.
Yeah, you want to tell that story?
Yeah, I already got
how many. You know, a guy opened up how many cases?
8 cases. Yeah, I know a guy opened up 8 cases. He finished the entire set of Glo-Pee-Chee. No, not from the 8 cases. He's a Glo-Pee. He has all of them today. Yeah.
Wow.
Not great. So they're not, like, what are the odds again?
Yeah, I knew that they would be more common. They're unannounced.
That's good for us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it took us 4 hours to open up 1 case. Yeah, you got to be moving to open up 8 cases, huh?
Grant's a professional. Remember Rip Party? I was like, Grant, can you start ripping some boxes for us? For a little behind. He was like, bam, 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 bam. It was perfect. Yes, certain people are built for it. I don't think I am.
Oh, that was Grant. So did he do breaks today on it? Or
he did one box break. I mean, he's breaking right now. Sure. Or he was breaking last night. He's just fast and efficient. Of course. I think he's got a little trolls running around helping him here. Helping him out on the floor. Yeah. Louis,
when you were watching, what were your favorite cards? Or did any card change your perception that you thought was better or worse than you had hoped it would be?
No, I don't know why I'm drawn to them shiny ones though. Any of those, the marquee rookies, that green one was cool.
Yeah,
orange was sweet. And that other kind of not shiny, but the Bedsy, any of those are really cool. But I still like the plain old boring cardboard look too. So,
did you like the design this year? I didn't like the design. I don't really like the design any year.
Not my favorite one.
Yeah,
but I still have that soft spot for O-Pee-Chee paper. So
soft spot for soft cards.
Well, remember too, though, that the base design is basically what the platinum design. So that's what platinums are going to look like.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I didn't like last year's as much as I like this year. So this year was a little bit step up, in my opinion. But that's very subjective, of course.
Yeah. Okay. I think about equal for me.
I don't even know if I have any of last year's. I didn't buy a box or anything of last year.
I bought 2 boxes. Yeah.
You sold them, you said, though, right?
Yeah, but I opened 2 boxes.
Oh.
Yeah, I got good money for this. I sold 2. It was good. Yeah. That actually worked out well for me. Yeah.
We good on O-Pee-Chee?
Yeah.
Spent a whole day on it. So
we'll come check it out Friday. Come tomorrow because I'm going to open up another box and we're going to hit a Glo-Pee-Chee and Phil's going to keep it this time.
Unless it's a Capri Soft, then we'll trade.
If I get a Capri Soft, you can have it. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Fanatics Collect is a Gong Show partner and sponsor. We're thankful for their support of this train wreck that we call the Gong Show. The February premiere auction ends tonight. Oh, speaking of cards.
Better get on there.
My Gretzky was still at 10,000. The 2012 Gretzky Essential Credentials out of 9. Oh, my God. Love that card.
Credit card, big boy.
I just hope it goes to a good home where they treat it nice. That's all I wish for. Now, if you're a hockey card whale hunter and not a little clownfish like Phil, then you want to make sure that you're on fanaticscollect.com to collect or to check out and maybe bid on some of the 9 amazing hockey grails available in the premiere that will close tonight. Our level of budget, though, is more like the weekly auction, and we are excited for this week's auction for sure. And there's some really nice hockey cards up for grabs again at fanaticscollect.com. And the 3 of us hobby bros have all gone through the auction and picked out both a vintage and modern card from this week's Fanatics Collect Weekly that we'd like to call to your attention. We'll start with vintage, and here's my favorite vintage card. So I went back to the very first hockey set of ever, a 1910 C56 Art Ross rookie SGC4.
I'm going to get fired.
Is
Why?
that? Why
Well,
would
be- well, what did I put? 10, 11. Oh, I did do it right. Never mind. I
You
thought
did.
I screwed
You
it
did
up
it
again.
perfect.
I was like, what are you talking about? It looks
Oh.
You
great.
did it perfect.
You're so silly.
Truly.
These eyes.
I love these iconic cards from the very first set. Of course, again, as Louis did it perfectly, 1910, C56. This is, of course, an Art Ross rookie card because, well, every card in the set is a rookie card. It's also actually one of 2 Art Ross rookies in the 1910 set. In both cards, he's wearing his Haley Berry Comets sweater. The other one, though, he must be like home and away sort of thing. The other one is this is the solid maroon with the big H on it. The other one is the striped maroon and white. I kind of prefer the striped a little bit better, but both these cards are pretty amazing. Art Ross, of course, is one of the most iconic players and builders of early professional hockey. The Art Ross Trophy, Phil, as we know, is named after him. Did you make that connection? Or did the light bulb just go off for you?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay. I never get past with the Art Ross Trophy. The fact that Art Ross was a defenseman and then that the scoring leaders trophy is named after him, which is kind of funny. But now the biggest issue with this card, condition wise, is it has counterclockwise tilt. I don't know if you guys noticed that. So like the leaning tower of Art Ross, they're a little bit tilted on the cardboard. Beyond that, though, it's super nice. The centering is off, but it's acceptable. I think it's the coloring on this card, and it's the colors are so bright and vivid, and it's there's no like blemishes around the portrait of Art Ross, so I think that is very nice as well. I could not find an SGC4 copy of this card that has ever sold. A PSA 4 though did sell for $6,500 in June of 2023. If that helps anyone, you got a current bid, Louis?
3,700 USD.
He kind of looks like Paddy Moran a little bit.
Yeah.
Paddy Moran.
Paddy Moran.
Yeah, the deep dive.
Paddy Moran. You look like Paddy Moran, Phil. Paddy Moran. Yeah.
Paddy Moran.
Okay. Louis, what was your vintage pick?
My vintage pick is 1971-72 Swedish hockey.
Ooh.
I saw one on the first page. I don't know if it was I think it was the Trechniak or the Russian goalie.
Trechak,
Yep.
yeah. It's great.
And then just kind of kept scrolling through. And then I started seeing more and more and more of these. I'm like, oh, okay, well, what in the heck are these? So I went and dug. But first of all, mine is the Swedish hockey Bobby Orr PSA 3. Now this set has 400 cards in it. And in the Swedish, it's clubs in the Swedish. Okay, Allsvenskan. Allsvenskan.
That's good.
As well as national teams of Sweden, Finland, Soviet Union, and Czechoslovakia. All these cards are split, like they're numbered by sections. So one would be that Allsvenskan one, another Swedish group, another Swedish group. There's a ton of Swedish groups in there, and then Finland, Soviets. But there are also 6 NHL players they threw into this set, which is Esposito, or Bellevue, Hull, Phil Esposito, and Gordie Howe.
Nice.
Which I thought I'd never heard of them. But I think it's cool that they threw in a couple NHL players in there too. Makes it interesting to go after. Now, I was looking at this card, the one that I'm featuring for them this week. It's a 3, and I don't really know how it gets.
Does it have a crease or something? Yeah,
Well,
it seems.
Oh, is it a sticker?
No. I guess if there's a crease, I missed it. But
is that a full size card?
No. Oh, did I write that down?
Little baby card.
They are.
Baby card.
Yeah, no, they are small. They're 1 7/8 by 2.5 inches.
Okay.
So they're cute little guys, but no, something I'd never seen before. I thought they were kind of cool. There's a boatload of players, boatload of teams.
A lot of cards, eh? 400 cards?
Wow. 400 cards. And then that's what I thought. But you can jump on Fanatics right now. Current bid on this Bobby Orr is $15.
No, break the bank.
Right.
I don't usually go for stuff like this, but I actually like this image of Bobby. It's a really nice looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got big tree trunks as legs there, eh? Holy moly.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Phil, you're vintage.
All right. Phil's pick for vintage. Yeah, this is great. Look at this card, good listener. So it's a 1962 Wheaties Great Moments in Canadian Sports. Montreal Canadiens, number 12, Maurice Richard. Well, no, it's not a Maurice Richard. It's a Montreal Canadiens card, but Maurice Richard's on it. So I've never seen this card before, but it's as a big craft dinner hockey card 90s kid, I can resonate greatly with the generation before me and their scissors craftsmanship. This is an excellent cut card. Someone's mom definitely cut this.
Can I ask you a question really quick? Is craft dinner in Canada craft macaroni and cheese here?
I don't know. I've never been to the States. I went to Florida when I was 12.
Well, what's craft dinner? Can you explain it?
Craft is a popular family food. I mean, it's not good. I don't know. Everyone's it's a food company in Canada. Like they make processed cheese. They make a lot of things I don't eat. But they're very popular childhood staples. And craft dinner
though, basically macaroni and cheese.
Mac and cheese used to be 50 cents in the grocery store. I don't even know what
we call it craft macaroni and cheese here. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay. Well, we just say
you guys call it craft dinner, so I was just curious.
Yeah. You could put hot dogs in it, you could put ketchup in it, you could put more water and make it soupy, no milk and make it chunky.
Frank's red hot, dude.
And then we had white craft dinner. I used to call that the white death. But anyways, okay. Back to the card. Yeah. So yes, I very much resonate greatly with the generation before me in the cereal boxes cards. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll explain it to you. These cards, this card you're looking at is cut from the back of a cereal box. It's not in the box. So this particular card, this set is from 1962 and it features 5 different cards. Bobby Hull, Jean Beliveau, Gordie Howe. We have Maurice the Rocket Richard here, but it's Montreal Canadiens. And lastly, not a player, but a team called the Trail Smoke Eaters. No, not a cake eater like Josh. A Trail Smoke Eater.
That was nice.
But you're not a cake eater, buddy. Don't worry. You're not a spoiled brat. Okay, yeah, sorry. So the Trail Smoke Eaters won the 1961 World Ice Hockey Championships. So a friendly reminder, back then things were done a little differently. The choice of which club team would represent Canada was often based on the performance of the club team, based on national or regional championships. So it was the best team, not the best players.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I fill in the blanks there. I just love this card. Reminds me of an original Fanimation. Eat your heart out, basketball fans. We win again.
Crimpet.
115 America dollars.
America. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on to modern. So we each picked out a modern. I picked out a 2005 Black Diamond Quad Diamond Sidney Crosby rookie BGS 10 pristine. I just love this card for both the Crosby and Ovechkin. I want to have both someday in some form. I think I put this in the Young Gun, a cool Young Guns alternative category. Slightly cheaper, more rare, which I think is generally a good combo. Although this card is more rare than Crosby's Young Guns, even though that being said, the BGS 10 pop might be a little higher than you would think. So there's 25 actually BGS 10 copies of this card. That's kind of crazy. So don't bid on it thinking it's like one of like a pop one or something like that.
Any black labels?
There's one black label. Yeah. Whoa. And for a little bit more context, there's 404 BGS 9.5. So these were heavily graded by Beckett, and there's only 82 PSA 10s. So this is a case, I think, where, you know, maybe if you see a card like a PSA 10 copy and you think pop 82, this is pretty rare, where it always is a good reminder to go look at some sort of universal pop report like on GemRate, or go through take the extra step and look at Beckett before you maybe overpay.
Could you repeat your Young Guns thing? Did you mean it's like if you don't want to buy a Young Guns, this might be a second option?
Yeah, because if you're looking for a little cheaper alternative to a Young Guns.
Okay, rookie card, common, people know what it is.
I don't have 2,500, 3,000 US to spend.
Yeah.
But like we'll talk about this card. Last sale was of a BGS 10 was 1,275, where the last sale of a PSA 10 Young Guns was 2,850. So it's less than half.
Good suggestion, Josh. That's a good suggestion.
True.
Do you guys like, and again, I'm not in general, I don't like Black Diamond doesn't speak to me, but for whatever reason, this Crosby rookie and the corresponding Ovechkin one, I've always really liked. Do you agree or disagree with
I think you like it because there's not actual little plastic doohickeys on it. It's just a regular card.
that? Yeah.
So I don't like when Black Diamond went that way. That's when I was really not paying attention to it, when it got gimmicky, for the lack of a better word. This is just a nice card. I agree with you. It's a nice card.
You got a current bid, Baba Louie?
I do, sir. Current bid on this bad boy, $675 US.
Take that. Okay, Louie, what was your modern pick?
Sweetest card in the group, hands down.
Well,
22-23 Upper Deck Synergy. Yes, I said Synergy. Cranked up. Sidney Crosby, Gold Spectrum, 101 in an SGC 9.5. Now, this card works in that slab. It looks good. Not my favorite, but I don't know what to say. I've never seen it before. This one had sold back in August of last year for $382. But it looks great. Colors, everything works on the card.
Mhm.
Great shape. 101. Hey, I got a question for you. Speaking of 101, do you like 1 of 1 or 1/1?
I love when the of is written out. I think it's very elegant.
In script?
Yeah.
Yeah, big fan. Agreed. Yeah, in perfect cursive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good.
Short and sweet, just a 101. Ain't got much to talk about other than it sold.
Yeah, that's true, eh?
I just wouldn't want to pay the 101 tax on this card. Like, what I love about and agree with you on is that the gold spectrum choice for the 101 parallel creates an awesome color match. It does look good in the SGC holder here, but it's like, this is one of those where it's like, you got to be careful how much you spend, right? Because it's not a significant 101. It's just an awesome looking card.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Like, oh, Josh, you had one out at the show. What was that? Dylan Larkin card?
Dylan Larkin.
Just a 101, but it was, But anyways,
this
right
looks
now,
way nicer.
This is sweet. But if you want to jump on this right now, it's sitting at $220 US.
I'd take it for that. Bill, your modern card.
My modern pick, boys, is a 2018 Upper Deck Premier Wayne Gretzky, Connor McDavid booklet out of 20. I believe it's graded by CGC. No, it's not. Is it? No, it wasn't. Okay, why is that on there? Very curious about this card and its ending price. As the good listener should know, we just showcased a very similar yet very different huge card with Wayne Gretzky and Connor McDavid. It was pretty cool because Wayne's on the left and Connor was on the right, just like this card. But it was a sign of the times price. I don't know what the end price was, but wasn't it around 15,000 ish?
It was 11,153 US.
Okay, so it was around 15K Canadian more. This card is currently sitting at 800. So, and it's a booklet. It's not a sign of the times card. It's Premier. I don't know, man. I'm really, really curious. So this might be the ultimate test of seeing if booklets can gather the mustard they need to compete with traditionally cut hockey cards. The cards are moderately the booklet and the card are moderately similar. Lots of white, 2 clean, crisp autographs. I actually would think that this piece of cardboard would go for more than the sign of the times because you have more real estate with this card. So technically, you're getting more bang for your buck on a tangible product. But anyways, might be pulling at straws there. Current bid is $800. And I apologize. The CGC certificate, it's the authentic label on the back. Thank you, Louis.
Yeah. Gotcha. It looks like they're talking to each other. What do you think they're saying to each other? Is like Connie going, "Oh, hey, Wayne.
Hey, Wayne. Hey." And then Wayne's like, "Would you get your act together? You can't let Ovechkin take my record. You got to get going here, bud. You got to beat my other records." That's what I be saying. Right. Or he might be saying, "Stacy, why did you buy me a gun rack when I don't even necessitate the need for..." I'll stop. Wayne's World. No?
Stacy's awesome.
You bid on these 6 amazing cards or any of the other in this week's Fanatics Collect Weekly auction, go to fanaticscollect.com. Personal pickups. Phil.
Nothing.
Just a bunch of O-Pee-Chee.
Just a case of O-Pee-Chee.
Yeah, just a case of O-Pee-Chee. If you want to see my weekly pickups, you got to watch it for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Baba Louie. We'll roll
I
to
did
you.
jump on one. I grabbed a
Ooh.
22-23 Parker's Champions Red. Those are out of 51. Nico Heischer.
Beauty.
Nice color match.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh.
Oh, yeah, I had 2. So both from the same set. I got a 2015-16 O-Pee-Chee Platinum Retro Gold Patrick Waugh. I think they're out of 149. And then the same set, a Glenn Anderson Retro Gold again out of 149. So I'm collecting all the retired legends from this set. The first 20 are all retired. And so these are 2 that I don't have. I think I have 12 or 13 of the 20 now at this point. I've got most of the big ones. The only 2 that are kind of bigger names that I need left now that I got Patrick Waugh are the Iserman and Brodeur.
Okay.
One of the problems though I do have now, and it goes back to, and I'm not cracking him, Phil, is I think the 3 of the big ones I have, the Gretzky, the Mario Lemieux, and the Bobby Orr, are all PSA 10s. But I want to put all 20 in a top loader binder. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna buy a raw copy of the ones I have PSA 10s of. So I'll have 2.
So I have the same problem. I have a Seismic Gold Wayne Gretzky. I have 3 of them, and they're all PSA 10s. I don't want them, but I'm not cracking them out. That'd be silly, right? I want to sell them, get a raw. I hear you, brother. Tough spot to be in.
Yeah.
First world problems.
First
world problems. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, my water's running too hot and cold. Damn.
Yeah. I have
Speaking
too
of
many
water and
Mercedes, and I have 3 Mercedes and 2 spots in the garage.
Hey, you got water and heat in that plate? Hot water and
Oh yeah.
Good to go. Bill's GC buddy came over and fixed it. Yeah, they called yesterday. I forgot I had an appointment Tuesday, 3 to 7. I was like, nope, I paid privately. Thank you. They're like, oh, thank you, sir. They didn't care. They didn't care at all. 3 days, no heat. Anyway.
Before we go, we got the big game tonight.
Yeah.
USA versus Canada, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's our prediction?
Yeah.
Phil, who do you think wins and why?
I don't feel like being truthful in this particular moment. I think you boys want it a bit more. I hope I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. As a proud Canadian boy, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know. You guys look pretty crappy the other day.
Yeah.
So that didn't look good. You might not have Brady. I'd like to know if you have Brady or not. Then I can give you my answer.
His brother said he wouldn't miss this game.
Well, I kind of want him to miss the game if he's a little bit hurt, because a Stanley Cup means more to me than winning the 4 Nations Cup in the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Louis, what does your gut tell you?
I hope. I don't know. I don't care.
I'm nervous. I think it's 50-50. I can't predict.
I didn't even get to watch it.
I'm more nervous about the fans. I just don't want to be. I'm happy it's in the States, and I think all will be well. But I'm just I find that whole thing very cringy, and I'm just trying to stay away from it. But I also really want to watch hockey. So I don't know. Yeah, tough one.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. We'll recap it all on Monday's show. If you like the episode, please leave a rating review on Apple, Spotify, whatever podcast app you listen to us on. If you love the show, you want to support us, you want to chat with us on the Hockey Cards Gongshow Discord server, please consider a $5 US donation. Join our $2.99 support level tier via Patreon. Link is in the show description, both the podcast apps and YouTube and our Instagram, TikTok profiles. There's a link on our website, hockeycardsgongshow.com. Just click on the Become a Patron link. And then, or just if you want, just type in Patreon's website directly, patreon.com, and search for Hockey Cards Gong Show. Boys, we're on social media. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube.
TikTok.
The Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast is a production of Dogbox Ventures LLC. Have an amazing weekend and can't wait to be back with you guys on Monday. Louis, take us out.
Bye.
Yo, it's the Gong Show. We're dropping the facts. Hockey cards on fire. No holding us back. Josh looking sharp, the face of the scene. Feeling pork chop pants, rocking it clean. Baba Louie in the booth, he's the man with the plan. The best producer in all the land. Gong Show Nation, let's hit the flow. It's the Hockey Cards Gong Show. Let's go, let's go. Wanna say them in show.